me what I am. Everyone should understand. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should know. May sound strange, might sound foolish, but things are getting better. Every day another fall victim to the beretta. Why is there so much violence killing me one another? Let us learn to love and let that light shine brighter. Bad influence, you influence the youth and get slaughtered. As bad man used to be, the respect the father. It's like no eyes don't realize the times get harder. Me talk all night with all my might and still is laughter. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know. Him said, when I try to cope, tell myself there is hope. It seems like the biggest joke. And as I put down the gun, still the last must run. I know employment can't come. And me a jam and a cool one go back in a school. The system lick me. There's no hope for those who have not from the slum. Take the little much we have still until we're done. I'm gonna show some love. When we get back, he replies, circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know. Well, I know little cry, mama cry, papa cry too. Show all the war with her heart and that couldn't do. You know them find him dead with a Smith and Wesson. 6 weeks and change now, me and him miss. Why so much violence? Too much violence. It hurts my soul and I won't keep silent. Circumstances made me what I am. That was his reply, I cried. Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should know. May sound strange, might look foolish, but things ain't getting better. Every day another fall victim to the beretta. Why is there so much violence killing me one another? Let us learn to love and let that light shine brighter. Bad influence, you influence the youth and get slaughtered. As bad man used to be, them respect the father. It's like no eyes don't realize the times get harder. I talk all night with all my might and still is laughter. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know now. And when I try to cope, tell myself there is hope. It seems like the biggest joke. And as I put down the gun, collateral must run. I know employment.
Good afternoon, family. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Proven Truth. Welcome to the Proven Truth. Welcome, family. You are tuned into the Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown. Coming to you live from the studios of Radio Gumbo Creole. Coming to you live from the studio of Radio Gumbo Creole. Here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. Here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. Family, it's a beautiful day outside today. It's a beautiful day. You know, the sun is shining. It's real cool. It's in the lower to late 60s. Look, I'm loving it. Your brother is loving it. And for all of you guys who ain't loving it, oh, look, what can I say? I'm loving it. I'm having fun. It's a blessed day. It's a blessed day. As always, you guys can participate in the show. You can participate in the show by dialing 504-303-8922. Again, that number is 504-303-8922. You can also listen to us by dialing 712 from your device of choice, 712-432-7883. You can also check us out on the web You can also check us out on the web by going to www.radiogumbocreole.net. That's radiogumbocreole.net. You can also check us out on the Facebook. We live stream this and all shows on the Facebook. What's up, my Facebook family? I see you, Mike. Much love. I see you, Jolly. Much love, my Facebook family. You can check us out on the Facebook by going to Anthony Brown for Assessor. That's Anthony Brown for Assessor. ASSESSOR 2017. And for those of you who miss any of the previous shows, you can check us out on the YouTube. You can go to the YouTube and check us out at The Proven Truth with Anthony Brown. You type that into the search engine and you will see your brother pops up. Then you can go and choose from any one of the previous show and listen. And while you're there, family, give us a thumbs up, like us, subscribe to us, whatever it is that they do on Facebook. Okay, that's one of the forum by which we utilize to promulgate our message to the masses. This is one of the way we broadcast our truth to the world so that people can see and understand that we are active, we are doing something, we are taking a stand. Oh. Okay. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessing of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States. The United States Constitution. Family, it is imperative, brothers and sisters, it is imperative for those of you within the boundary of these United States to go out and get yourself a pocket book. I have here in my hands a pocket book of not only the Constitution of the United States, but the Declaration of Independence. And the beauty about this document or this pocket book, and I like the way how it is designed. First document is the Declaration of Independence. Now, for those of you who are savvy when it comes to history, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. If it wasn't for the Declaration of Independence and what happened during that time or thereafter, there wouldn't be a Constitution, a United States Constitution. There wouldn't. These are documents that you look, it's an easy read. Mind you, some of the terminology or the phrases, which I don't mind, I love it, I think it's beautiful myself. You know, it's written in a time when the English language was spoken differently, but its interpretation still applies today, and you can still, it's not difficult to comprehend. You will see when you look, family, I read this document, and every time I read this document, I observe something new, or I take on to myself a new meaning or interpretation. But what moves me or drives me when I read this document, the United States Constitution and Declaration of Rights, is that a lot of the issues, we could say for verbatim, point for point, that these men were facing back in the mid to late 1700s. We are facing right here, right now, in the territory of Louisiana. More so in America too, if you're looking on the wider scale. Okay? We're talking about the United States Constitution. It's applicable to every single governmental official who take an oath of office or who is here within the confinement of the United States. The United States Constitution, brothers and sisters, all government of rights originates with the people, is founded on their will alone, and is instituted to protect the rights and of the individual and for the good of the whole. Its only legitimate ends are to secure justice for all, preserve peace, protect, preserve family. Let me pause for a minute. Let me pause. I have in my hands the Constitution of the state of Louisiana. We here in Louisiana, we here in New Orleans are going through a fight. We are fighting for our fundamental rights and freedom. We, the people of Louisiana, of New Orleans, are fighting for our fundamental rights and freedom. Who are we fighting against? Or who are we fighting with? My brothers and sisters, family, we are fighting with those same people who we put in public office to serve us. We are fighting with the very same people who we put in office to conduct our business. We are fighting with the same persons or set of people who came to us on the hands and the knees begging us to put them into public service, telling us, look, I have what it takes, the capability, the understanding, the knowledge, the will to perform as whatever the office is, the elected office is that they are seeking to fulfill. We are fighting with these people. We are fighting with them for common decency. We are fighting them for our basic necessities. We are fighting with these people for. These people come to us, family, on their hands and knees and beg us, please, put me to work for you. I understand that I will become a public official doing the will of the people. And by God, family, when we give these people the vote and we put these people to public office, we the people now have to turn around and fight for common decency, for basic things that as a human being you're entitled to and you have a right to. Why did I stop, family? Why did I stop? Why did I pause reading this document? This document, section 1, I'm reading from section 1 of the Louisiana Constitution, family. And what section 1 is, our title, is the origin and purpose of government. Did you catch that? The origin and purpose of government. I had was to stop, family. I had was to stop. Look, for those of you who don't know, it was last weekend that I was appointed the chairperson for the committee to recall that crooked bastard, that criminal Errol G. Williams. The person who is calling himself the tax assessor for Orleans Parish. And I wear that title like a badge of honor. Badge of honor, family. Here we have this document, the Constitution. And in section 1, it is outlining to these people. It is outlining to these people, telling them their purpose and origin. Let me read it over again, family. Because for me, it's personal. For me, it's touching. For me, it's sad to see that here we are in the 21st century, 2018, in the United States of America, when we have to be fighting with the same people who we put in office to serve our will. It's a sad state of affair, family. It is a sad state of affair when we have public officials, when we have politicians here in the territory of Louisiana taking our money, taking care of their families, and treating us like dirt. It's a sad state of affair. And that's why I'm saying to you, family, my brothers, my sisters, my family, we must reclaim what is rightfully ours, man. We must reclaim what is rightfully ours. We must go back to that mode. It doesn't matter who the criminal is or who the person is. If they are taking from you what is rightfully yours, if they are oppressing you, if they are not taking care of your well-being, we need to kick them ass out if they're in public service, man. Let's go back to section 1, then we can continue the commentary. Listen, my brothers and sisters, listen. For those of you who didn't know, these people, I don't care what they want to call themselves, mayor, council members, governors, sheriff, president, they ain't special. Nothing special about them. There is nothing special about these people. Nothing. These people ain't supposed to be on a high pedestal. These people don't deserve a special treatment. Not no fanfare. These people are servants. Now, you would take somebody and call a person a nanny. Or you would take somebody, look, the same principle. It is the same for those of us, or for those of you who have businesses. For those entrepreneurs out there, business-minded people like myself, who turn our own asset and revenue, whatever you call it. It's the same way. Watch me carefully, you know. Mind you, don't get this misconstrued or twisted. Your brother ain't telling to disrespect nobody, you know. As human beings, we are entitled to a certain amount of respect from each other. It's the same way when somebody come to your office or approach you and ask you for a job, and you put that person to work for you, and you say, okay, I'm giving you X amount of dollars or X amount of hours or X amount of time. You are now my employee. I'm your employer. You expect that person to do what it is that you employ them to do, right? Follow me. You expect that person to do what it is you employ them to do. And if that person don't do it, you're going to sit by the wayside and say nothing and still pay that person? No, you won't. What you do, you're going to take action, brothers and sisters. You're going to take action. So how is it that we have public officials right here running a mockery of the office? All governments of right originate with the people. With who? We the people. If it wasn't for we, it's by our will and our will alone. Now here we have a Mitch Landro, calling himself the mayor of New Orleans, robbing us and raining tyranny upon us. Here we have a Harold G. Williams creating a homeless population like you never see before in the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. And nobody saying nothing? Everybody folding hand and singing Kumbaya? We the people, originated we the people, is founded on our will alone and is instituted to protect. Listen, family, I hope you guys listen to me now. I hope I'm not speaking too fast or some of you know. I hope you guys listen to what he's saying now. To what? And is instituted to protect the rights of the individual. My phone is ringing after the hook, family. People asking me, oh brother, hey, Anthony, what can I do? Here it is, my house or this piece of property been in my family for over 60 years. 60 years. And now we got people moving in telling us that they own this property right now. They own this property. We didn't sell it. They own this property, telling us they bought it from a company. When we asked them which company they bought the property from, they couldn't tell us. Why did we elect or put a Harold G. Williams inside City Hall? Why did we put a Mitch Landro inside City Hall? For what? To protect the rights, to protect our rights on the public side and on the private side too. Understand the concept. And for the good of the whole, its only legitimate ends are to secure justice for all. Tell that to Paula Brown and Bernadette Johnson and to all them other criminals what they in civil district court and at the 4th Circuit Court of Appeal. You go tell them that. Preserve peace. You hear this? Hey, family. Man, I need to read the document, man. Preserve peace, protect the rights, and promote the happiness and general welfare of the people. What do you expect is going to happen when the masses get to the point where they are sick and tired of being lied to, when they are sick and tired of being robbed of what is rightfully theirs? You work 30 years of your life. You work for 30 years of your life. You acquire a piece of property. You call that piece of property your home. You raise your family there. You find yourself a wife or a husband. You take that person and say, look, this is ours. You get yourself some kids, some offspring, and you tell them, this is yours and this is ours. And out of the blues, somebody come to you, knock on your door when you guys moving out. What? When you guys moving out, let me tell you something. Somebody come on my goddamn door, ask me when I'm moving out, I'm going to talk to me 9 and my shotgun. Tell you that much. Family, it's on. It's real here in New Orleans. It's real. It's real. We have politicians. Look, that's what they are, man. They're politicians. These people are politicians. They ain't public servants. They're politicians. They ain't representing the people. Look, these people are collecting money, and who I'm talking about, Mitch J. Lange, your mayor, Errol G. Williams. Look, these two criminals conspire with a company called CivicSource.com, a for-profit company, LLC, registered in Delaware, Acorn Information System, LLC, doing business here in the territory of Louisiana at Civic Source, robbing people of what is rightfully theirs. Tell them to come from my doorstep. They are not following the document. No, look, family, again, we understand that Errol G. Williams, because he was man enough to tell us. He was man enough to tell us. And a matter of fact, family, he didn't just tell us. Okay? Errol G. Williams was man enough to tell us that this is what Errol G. Williams tell us. I don't care a red ass about the Constitution, property rights law, or the definition of words. That's your public official. That is what we are facing here in New Orleans, Louisiana, family. We have bold-faced politicians who is telling us, you can kiss our ass. I'm doing what I'm doing. You make your next move. We have politicians here who is telling us, we don't, look, they sign what is known as an oath of office. They sign Errol G. Williams and every single elected official. We've been feeding this criminal for the past 33 years. Him and his wife and his 2 daughters. For the past 33 years. And he's telling us that this document that he signed, in signing this, look, the oath of office, he stated that he will protect and obey and abide by the Constitution, not only of New Orleans, of Louisiana, but of the United States. No, he's going to send us in a written document that him don't give up. So why are we paying this criminal? Talk to me, family. Somebody talk to me. Talk to me. The Negro will have to build his own government. Comma. Industry, comma. Arts, comma. Science, comma. Literature and culture before the world will stop to consider him. Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Man, look. You see my brother right here? You see my brother right here? This was a academical genius. This brother had so much insight into what was going on at the time, during his lifetime, and even before. You know, and when we refer back to our ancestors, we we become energized, we become inspired, we become motivated when we listen musically, when we read, you know, the writings of our ancestors, like a Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Every time I look and a quotation from this ancestor, I can basically, I can just apply that philosophy with some activities or occurrence in today's time. This brother right here was and still is extraordinary ancestors. When we talk about black people, when we talk about black people who love black people, when we talk about black people who love black people, we're talking about people like Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Nanny from the Maroon, Paul Bogle, Fred Hamilton, Maurice Bishop, Malcolm X, Carter G. Wilson, Harriet Tubman, Thomas Sankara, Somoral Markel, Bookman Duty, Toussaint Louverture, Jack Dessalines. These ancestors right here, family, we will give prudence to every single day. We will honor and call upon them name every day as black people who love black people, as black people who give their life to see other black people strive. When we look at look upon this sister Harriet Tubman, it was Harriet Tubman who told us, if more black people had recognized the fact that they are slave and in bondage, she could have freed a lot more. When we look on Fred Hamilton, he was a Fred Hamilton in his young age, who told us that if the white man have his own power and his own liberty, power to him, power to we too. Black power to the black people too, to the black masses. That's our ancestors. That's our ancestors, family. That's our ancestors. We respect and honor them. You can imagine that breed or that class of love for the black man in today's society. Look, in the territory of New Orleans, the politicians' city hall is dominantly black. Dominantly black. You can imagine our ancestors that we mention here was alive today. Huh? We are in a territory like New Orleans, where the local government, as what they call themselves, the New Orleans City Council is dominantly black. Right? The elected officials here are dominantly black. And we have so much hatred and so much oppression and so much of our properties being stolen from us with a dominantly black governmental body. You guys need to be Brothers and sisters, we are fighting. We are fighting corruption, greed, and the likes we have never seen before. And this is a fight that we must. This is a fight that must have to be up. That we must win. We must win. How can we have politicians, people who come to us, asking us to put food on their table? Because that's what we're doing. We've been putting food on Harold G. Williams' table for over 33 years. We've been feeding that bastard and his family. We've been feeding that criminal Mitch J. Lange for some time too. Look, we're gonna take some time out today, family, and we're gonna go over this document right here. And let me share something with you. Because of what happened last week, as I tell you before, we are still waiting. Hopefully sometime this week, we'll be getting a document from the Secretary of State acknowledging the recall process. Hopefully by tomorrow or Wednesday of this week, we'll get that document. Now, once we get that document back from the Secretary of State, family, we can then go ahead and start to gather the signatures that we need to recall this imposter. Okay? But let me go into Article 7 of the Louisiana Constitution. When you understand that Article 7 is key, is fundamental to this whole issue at hand when it comes on to taxation and property tax and who can do it and when it can be done, and just the whole realm of taxation. Now again, family, look, it is important for we to have a dialogue to discuss this issue. We understand that this crooked bastard, this criminal, Harold G. Williams, don't care about this document. We understand that. And that is the reason why we're taking the action that we are about to take. But not because Harold Williams don't care about the Constitution and care about Article 7 that deals with revenue and finance. That doesn't mean that we the people, don't need to discuss that same document among ourselves. We need to do that. And it's because we fail to do that, because we are not on the job, why a criminal like Harold G. Williams could get away with all these atrocities for so long. Now again, mind for those of you who are regular listeners to the show, I said it already and I say it again. Harold G. Williams, in and of himself, by himself alone, couldn't commit the atrocities. Couldn't be robbing people blind of what is rightfully their property for so long without any accomplice. And that is how Mitch J. Lange, Civic Source, come into this picture. That is how the Louisiana Supreme Court, that is how the Louisiana legislature come into this picture. That is how we the people, November 4th, 2014, came into this picture. because we recognize what these crooked bastards was trying to do in putting that constitutional amendment on the ballot. A few of us was on the job. A few of us was paying attention. And we ensured that Civic Source didn't get that constitutional authority that it needs. We ensured that Mitch J. Landro and Errol G. Williams didn't get the authority constitutionally so that they can now refer to it and say, well, look, it's in the Constitution right now. And that goes to show your family, listen to me carefully, brothers and sisters, that just goes to show that if the authority wasn't in the Constitution, November 4th, 2014, and we the people of New Orleans, a matter of fact, we the people of Louisiana didn't give the authority to them then, and no other constitutional amendment was placed on the ballot since. They don't have it. You have a right to fight for what is rightfully yours. You have a God-given right to stand up and be counted. If somebody tries to take what is rightfully yours from you, they're criminals. Look, we are not dealing with a governmental. Look, get your mind right, family. Get your mind right. Look, for those of you, I feel it for you, my brothers and my sisters. Look, I was where you are once. I know you think you're dealing with people with principle and honor and respect, and you're dealing with a government. Look, I know a lot of you out here honestly think that you are dealing with government or a governmental structure. I know you think that. You think you are dealing with a government structure. You think that you're dealing with a local government structure. You think that you're dealing with honorable people. You think that the people that sit on that body we call the city council are honorable. You think that the mayor is honorable. I know that. You think that these judges are honorable. I know that. So when you hear your brother speak certain way, and you think to yourself, oh my God, why is it talking like that? Oh, why? My brother, my sister, I had the mindset that you had before my eyes was open, before reality hit me. I think I was dealing with government. I think I was dealing with people who was abiding or operating by the Constitution. I think so. That written document, you know what I'm talking about, the Constitution? That document that we the people created to bind the hands of government, you know what I'm talking about? That document, the Louisiana Constitution, that document that we created for them, not for, look, did we create the Constitution for ourselves? For all your critics out here. For all your critics out here, tell me. When the, look. Family. I'm speaking about the Constitution from a point of view that it is the legal authority by which all elected officials should abide by, all branch of government. That's how I'm speaking for it. I'm speaking about the Constitution as to its relevant in today's society. Now, I personally asked the legal minds here in the territory of New Orleans. I asked the legal minds here in the territory of New Orleans. I asked the Chief Justice of the Louisiana Supreme Court, Bernadette Johnson. I asked that, when calling himself Attorney General Landro, I asked all the legal minds here to tell me whether or not the Louisiana Constitution of 1974 is still in full force and effect here in Louisiana today. If this document is a legal document by which they are operating, I asked them, family. I did. I asked them, is this illegal? And if it is not, can you please send me a copy of whatever document it is that you are utilizing, or that I, as one of the people, supposed to be utilizing as the legal authority. I did that, brothers and sisters. I did that. I really did. A matter of fact, to be honest with you, I've been doing that since 2014. I asked them, and none of them tell me otherwise. A matter of fact, family, let's do this real quick. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to make it hear from the horse's mouth herself. Okay? From the horse's mouth herself, the Chief Justice of the Louisiana Supreme Court. Okay? I'm going to make it hear from the horse's mouth herself. If I can pull it up real quick. You know, man, tech savvy. Oh, come on. Okay, maybe after the break we do that. Maybe I find after the break and play it to you guys. But look, let's go back. If this document, the Constitution, is the legal authority by which all elected officials or politicians, or whatever you want to call it, supposed to abide by, why is it then, when you show them the error, and when you mention this document, they run like there's no tomorrow? Or they run like you're putting up a cross in front of a goddamn vampire? Why is it? And if it is not, and look, and if this is a document, why they are not abiding by this document? That's all I'm asking. It's all I'm asking. I don't think it's too much, or it's an unfair question. I honestly think it's a fair question for me to ask that question. If the Constitution, now look, they will, in a blink of an eye, try to incarcerate you, try to tax you, try to bring criminal charges against you, if you violate one of their, what they call, revived statute, or one of their codes, or one of their ordinance. You see, they want to throw your ass in some dungeon and throw away the key. To violate something that they created, or a watered down version of the Constitution. And yet still, the Constitution, that legal authority, the pinnacle of the legal authority, they ain't abiding by. When we create this document, we never create this document for ourselves, we the people. We ain't stupid, we ain't buffoons, we ain't idiots. We ain't smoking some bushweed. No, family, no, brothers and sisters, no, don't let them fool you, man. Don't let them twist the way you think. That's the reason why I say to some of you sometimes, family, when I hear you guys make reference to the Constitution as constitutional rights. You know? I know they don't teach these things in school. I know this. Right? But the truth about it, family, there is no such thing as constitutional rights for we the people. There's no, listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. The Constitution, be it the United States Constitution or the Constitution of Louisiana, these documents was created by we the people for them. We, them. We, them. You see the barrier? We over here, them over there. When we create a document, we ensure, as to the United States Constitution, we create inside that document what we call amendments. In the United States Constitution, we create something what we call amendments. Okay? Amendments. The first amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting or establishing a religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or obligating a freedom of speech or the press, or the right of the people peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievance. Amendment 2. We are a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people of the whole to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. No. And then according to I think there's more, but I think the last amendment is up to 28 right now, or I mean something like. But anyway, in the United States Constitution, we have in that document, in the United States Constitution, amendments. What are the amendments for? The amendments in the Constitution is to tell these public officials, these people who are working for us, these people who come to us every 2, 4, and 6 years, beg us to put them to public office, that look, this is how you can structure yourself, this is your term limit, this is how you get paid, this is how you generate revenue, but while you are doing this, remember, I'm your boss. And so, we put inside here amendments to show them, not to show ourselves or tell ourselves, we been know this. We have this information from day one. From when? From day one. From when? From the inception. We have the information. We put the amendment in the United States Constitution to tell them, look, don't mess with our free speech. Whatever it is that we want to say, we will say. And if you come at us, that's why we have Amendment 2. We keep and bear arms. We keep and bear arms every single day, family. We left for 9 or 45. We love it. We love it. We are telling them that. Soldiers, no soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house. We tell them, look, don't send your troops inside my house or my property. So these amendments is to inform them, not us. We know it long time. Is to inform them that, look, while you out there doing or operating in the official capacity as Mr. President, Mr. Secretary of State, Mr. this, Mr. that, remember, we reserve rights. Are these rights that you cannot trample over or you cannot infringe on? And if you infringe on your rights, you are liable to be sued or to be fired or to be sanctioned. That's why we put the amendments into the United States Constitution. Now, on this territory side, as in the territory of Louisiana, what did we do in the Constitution of Louisiana and any other territory out there? What did we do? In the Constitution of Louisiana, family, check this out. The first article, a matter of fact, if you should check the other 49, you will also see they carry an article, Declaration of Rights. And for the most part, it's always Article 1. Why you think it is so imperative or important? Or why you think everybody or every other territory within their constitution, Article 1 is that first article, that deals with the rights of the people? Why? Why? Because we need these public officials to know and to recognize. We need them to understand. We need them to understand that, look, we have rights, inalienable rights, rights that don't come from no book, nor no man. We have rights that we were born with. Well, you can't touch nor regulate. Understand the concept. You cannot touch or regulate our rights. And when you try to do that, you are barking up the wrong tree. You are creating anarchy. You are giving aid and comfort to the enemy. You are creating mischief in the land. You see? Follow me, family. Louisiana Constitution, Article 1, Declaration of Rights. The first thing what we do, Section 1, we outline the origin and purpose of government. So we telling these bastards, look, the first thing you're going to see once you open it, we reminding you that we the people create that entity, what we call government, and we put you. What did we say? To protect the individual right, to preserve peace. You see? Protect rights and promote the happiness. Look, how many people, how many of your brothers and sisters feel happy or is happy right now with the performance of your elected officials? How many are you out there? How many are you out there is feeling happy or comfortable with the performance of elected officials? Come on, tell me. Look, in the territory of New Orleans, not many. Not many. People been kicked out of the house left, right, and center. Every single bridge, family. Look, I'll tell you, brothers and sisters in the Caribbean talking about coming to America. Again, I was like you guys one time until you're actually on the battlefield and hear the shots start to fly across the years. And you start to see that what our brother Bob Marley told us way back when, that is not all that glitter is gold. Half the story I've never been told. Now you see the light. You see? That's why we listen to guys like Bob Marley. Those, you see what I'm talking about? Here in America, here we have in New Orleans, Louisiana, politicians are criminals disguising themselves as government. Because look, that's what they are. Organized crime. This is no government, family. It's no government. It's organized crime with a structure. You follow me? It's organized crime with a structure. The territory of Louisiana, of New Orleans, have its own structure of organized crime. A matter of fact, this is how it works. The territory of Louisiana have an organized structure, starting with Cedric Richmond, the U.S. representative. He's the head, he's the godfather of this whole crap. He's the one who called the shots even when he's in Washington, D.C. He's the one who regulate or put force behind who him want in certain office, who him want as a mayor, who him want on the bench, who him want as council. He back these people. Now, why should you, look, the blind can see. Stevie Wonder can see. When you have local government election and you have a United States Senator, have people on the ground backing certain candidates or certain people to run for certain office. What's that all about? What's that all? Why you, as somebody who's supposed to be doing the work of the people, want to send or have troops on the ground within local municipalities regulating or trying to strong arm who is on the ballot? In all branch of government. So again, we're talking about this, the organized structure right here. So Cedric Richmond up there, he have the likes like Ike Spears. No, look, wait till we go into Ike Spears, because Ike Spears, within Ike Spears' family itself is a next structure of organized crime. Within Ike Spears' family. I'm not sure if I'm still, well, Ike Spears' wife, I think ex-wife, well, Ike Spears' wife was a judge in civil district court. Man, she was out of state collecting money. Let me tell you something. Family, look, you have to laugh. Look, if you don't laugh, you cry. Look, we did. Man, look, Louisiana. Man, let me tell you something. Look, a judge, right? She's a judge, right? And she's supposed to be on the bench, right? You know, doing the people's business, right? She leave out to the territory of Louisiana, find herself in another territory, right? And still collecting pay for work what she's supposed to be doing right here. You know? Then they got this other guy, they call him Blair Boutique. No, he's what we call the hitman within the organized structure. He's the one who go and enforce the policies of the political machine. Let me tell the family, it's real here in New Orleans, man. This ain't a joke. It might sound like a joke or a fairy tale or something from a fiction novel, from a novel. This is real. This is real, family. They do what they want to do when they want to do it. And because we the people ain't checking them, whose fault it is? Huh? Whose fault it is?
And another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Everywhere is war. It's a war that until they're no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. It's a war that until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard everlasting peace, world citizenship, rule of international morality will remain but a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. Now everywhere is war, war, and until the ignoble and unhappy regime that hold our brothers in Angola, in Mozambique, South Africa, subhuman bondage have been toppled, totally destroyed. Well, everywhere is war. There's a war. War in the east, war in the west, war up north, war down south, war, war, rumors of a war. And until that day, the African continent will not know peace. We Africans will fight, we find it necessary, and we know we shall win, as we are confident in the victory of good over evil. Good over evil, yeah. Good over
Black Business School, and first down, of course, he needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway.
Do you know what it means to have a revolution? And what it takes to make a solution? Fighting against oppression. Ooh, yeah. Battering down depression. Oh yeah. Are you ready to stand up and fight the right revolution? Are you ready to stand up and fight with just like soldiers? live on forever. And love, one another.
Welcome back, family. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, Tim, I see you, my brother. I'm grooving too. I'm grooving too, my boy. I'm grooving too. You're listening to The Proven Truth. You're listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown. Coming to you live from the studio of Radio Gumbo Creole. Coming to you live from the studio of Radio Gumbo Creole. Here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. Look, somebody asked me a question. Look, for those of you who don't know, there is a strong Asian community here in the territory of Louisiana. And that just, leads me to believe, or a matter of fact, you see, when we don't know history, when we don't know our history, and when we don't teach ourselves, or when our people don't teach the other generation, or when we have other people from other ethnic background or other community teaching us about our history, we basically lost or lose who we are as a people. And that's why certain questions, when you find certain questions posed certain times, you wonder to yourself, and you're like, wow, Because for the most part, if black people, we're talking about black power right now, we're talking about black people right now. If black people, if the vast majority of black people had or know the history as it relates to the Asian community, or as it relates to the blacks, the black people that found themselves and well, it's now called Haiti, but find themselves on that island. A matter of fact, the original name that was given to it from the original people was Haiti, not Haiti. So I'm actually mispronouncing the name right now, just for commentary. I'll say Haiti, but it's actually Haiti. But if black people throughout the diaspora was fully aware of the history or the contribution that our black brothers and sisters from the island of Haiti give us, or the contribution that they made to history, certain questions wouldn't be asked. We have a strong Asian community here in Louisiana. A matter of fact, we have a strong Caribbean community here in Louisiana. Yeah, but for the most part, we keep quiet or not on the forefront. And maybe that's why some people ask, people who know my land of birth asking me about my connection with the Asian community, are asking me about, oh, I thought you was a Jamaican by birth, but you have an Asian flag. I'm like, huh? What? Again, brothers and sisters, I'm to this aspect, I'm no more special than you neither. Don't let it be twisted. Just like you, I wasn't taught my history, or the history that I was taught. It wasn't the history that showed black people in a positive light. A matter of fact, it wasn't until, when was it? I think it was around 1983. Don't quote me on that. Was it in the 80s? No, that wasn't 80. I think it was in 93. I think 1993, before I actually recognized how beautiful Africa was. Mother Africa was. And how did I come to that realization? There was a Miss World pageant going on at the time, right? And this black sister from Jamaica, this Jamaican queen, she was amongst the Miss World pageant, or the ladies vying for the Miss World title, right? And it was happening in Africa. I think it was West Africa. Don't quote me on that neither, but I know it was Africa. D-Run, that's all I need, was Africa. And when I saw the pictures over the television, and they were saying that, they was telling you that it was Africa, and they was commenting about, I was like, what? That's Africa? God damn. I was saying to myself, damn, it's even more beautiful than Jamaica. You see? All I used to see before then, or heard about in school, or saw on TV, was some caveman, or some barefoot people with spears and arrows and, you know, and then I think at that same time, it was around that same period, I think they came out with the Shaka Zulu movie. And because of our miseducation, man, look, family, you see, when your eyes open, you tend to even be a bit embarrassed of your own self when you recognize some of the things that you said are come out of your own mouth, or some of the action that you take in the past. When your eyes is open. When I saw Mother Africa, when I saw Africa, the continent of Africa, in the 93, 94, I was blown away of her beauty. I couldn't believe that Africa was so beautiful, and there was actually civilized people there, fully clothed and well spoken, and I'm like, what? Because again, I was just like a lot of you guys. Misinformed, miseducated, misdirected, everything. So, when the question is now posed to me about the Asian flag, or the connection, oh, you have a Jamaican, I'm like, my brothers and sisters, look, this is what you don't know. And in all fairness, I never know this too until way back, or until I become deep, or start to think for myself. Until I have my own awakening, I recognize that my black sisters and my black brothers on the island of Haiti, they did wonderful things. They, look, these guys, my brothers and sisters in Haiti, they were a cut off of the same cloth or table as myself. They believe in freedom so much. They believe that they have an inalienable right, just as anybody else, so much, that they went against the British and beat their ass. They went against the Spanish and beat their ass. They went against America, even though America is still manipulating them right now. But they went up against, at the time, they went up against the Americas and beat the powerhouses of the day. Let's not be fooled, brothers and sisters, about the territory that we all find ourselves in all over the diaspora. Let's not be fooled. Let's not make that divide us as a people, as a race. My parents giving birth to me on that island of Jamaica, your parents giving birth to you on that island of Haiti, or Barbados, or Panama, or wherever, doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Understand the concept. A lot of us came here in chain and in bondage, not of our own free will, but because the Europeans at the time saw us as commerce, a means to an end. Look, I don't care where the black man is. I love him. I don't care where the black woman is. I love her. When I look at a black man and look at a black female, I'm seeing myself. For those of you who don't see yourself when looking at a black person, you can go to hell and leave us alone. And that topic we say no more. Let's go back to what we have going on today. Before we went to break, brothers and sisters, before we went to break, we was talking about, as usual, these criminals here in New Orleans, Louisiana. These criminals who, for the most part, we the people is giving them or taking care of them financially. And socially too. Come and think about it. What do you think Michelangelo doing? Who do you think give Michelangelo that platform is all over mainstream media right now? All over the United States. With his book signing. Talking to members, different, that social attributes or that social platform, we give it to him by electing him the mayor of New Orleans. Now he's talking about 2020 run for President of the United. Tell him to try. Tell him to go. With all that goddamn baggage that him have, this criminal bastard, tell him to go. I will be at every one of his campaign. Look, family, look. We was talking about, the criminal who we was talking about before break was Errol G. Williams. Talking about that criminal right there. That imposter right there. We know and understand that Errol G. Williams, the person who is calling himself the tax assessor for Orleans Parish, the person who is collecting money from us, we the people, falsely, don't care about the Constitution. We understand and know that, family. But again, not because this criminal bastard don't recognize or under the Constitution, we the people ain't supposed to know it or refer to it. We have to. Because we the bosses. And as a boss, you must check on your investment and your policies that you put in place. Whether or not your employee is following it or not. And a matter of fact, if your employee is not following your policy, you boot their ass, you kick them out. You fire them. Let them go find the next company to work with. That is our plan for Errol G. Williams. Let him go in the private sector. He's an accountant. Let him go out there and find a financial firm to go and work with. Let them pay him. Here we have Article 7 of the Louisiana Constitution. what does Article 7 talk about or deals with, family? Revenue and finance. Revenue and finance. Oh, the clock is always against us, but there is certain key section of this document that I want to bring on the forefront. Now, again, we're talking about revenue and finance. We're talking about governmental structure. We the people structure government, right? Or we form that entity, what we call government, and we elect these people to serve our will, and we call them representative, right? And we create this document we call the Constitution as the document that binds the hand, put a grill, put a barrier around what they do, right? This section, again, Article 7, Louisiana Constitution, Section 1. Let me read it for your family. Except as otherwise provided by this Constitution, the power of taxation shall be vested in the legislature, comma, shall never be surrendered, comma, suspended, comma, or contracted away, comma, and shall be exercised for public purpose only, period. Now, family, let's break this down in its simplest form and simplest terms. Now, again, you hear me say this already in the future, and I will continue to say it, I think, you know, as often as it is necessary for me to say. I did not go to their institution of higher indoctrination. I did not go to the institution of higher learning. I did not go and ask them for the PhD, for the masters, for the bachelors, or any other letters or credentials that they have out there. I did not. I utilized what my God gave me, my nugget, my brain cell, common sense, my senses. I utilize that on a day-to-day basis. And to be honest with you, family, for the past 40 odd years, it has been it's been great to me. It is working wonders for me. You know? So I have no complaint utilizing what my God gave me. So, if I should interpret this document or this section different than these criminal bastards, you need to ask yourself why. Or then you need to go and interpret it as well to see if whose interpretation of this document you side with. That's your right. That's your God-given right to go and get a copy of the Louisiana Constitution, read it from cover to cover, article to article, section to section. It is your right. However, we're talking about Article 7 right now, so it's your right to go and get a copy. Look, you don't have to listen to me. You really don't. You can turn the goddamn radio off or your TV, your computer, whatever, or you can go and get a copy of yourself and interpret it yourself. And you can shoot us an email, you can Facebook us, send us an email at The Proven Truth, whatever, and tell us your opinion. You can call us on the show, 504-303-892. You can call us, you can tell us, again, open mic. What does Section 1 just tell us a while ago? Who have the power to tax the masses? Who have the power to tax the people of Louisiana? Who, which body, which entity have the power and the right to tax the people of Louisiana? I just read it for you. You want me to do it again? Hell no, I'm not doing it. You do it yourself. Who? The legislator. that group of people in Baton Rouge, the legislative body, have the power, and what shall they not do with that power or that authority? What? Shall never surrender that authority to nobody, no entity, no other group. Suspend it. Contract it. Oh my God. Look, family, why you think I love this document so much? Why you think I refer to the Constitution when I'm dealing with these criminal bastards, with them Mitch Landrieu, with them Errol G. Williams, with them Bernadette Johnson, with them Paula Brown, with them Cedric? Why you think I refer to this document? Nobody put a ponder to this document right here. This document is straight and plain and precise. It's not ambiguous. Look, you don't need a college degree, a PhD, a master to understand the written words or what's on paper, family. You don't need that. Don't let them fool you, man. Here we have the legal authority. Here we have a document. Here we have Article 7. That's outlining certain premise for us. Off the bat, it's outlining certain premise. Off the bat, the power of taxation, the power to tax, it must be for a public service exercise. It must and shall be exercised for public. So that's one. The legislature cannot, not even through contract. Hold up, family. Not even through contract. Look, for those of you legal minds and legal scholar, this is the United States of America. This is the United States of America the last time I checked. There's a flag outside there with stars and banner. We have a constitution. We have a president. We have contract law. We have books upon books, legal books upon books. We have people who call professors who in law school who just teach contract law. Here we are telling in our document that not even through contract the power to tax the masses can be given away. I love this, family. I don't know about you. I love this. Wonder if that criminal enterprise, civicsource.com, that criminal enterprise with its CEO Baron Barrows and the other members of that form the LLC. What if they read this? What if that criminal enterprise, civicsource.com, that group of people, that criminal enterprise who is auctioning off people property and selling people property here in Louisiana, ever read this crap? No, let me take it back. Ever read the law? We say no crap. We respect look, we are law-abiding people. We respect laws. We respect, honor, and obey laws. So when we have elected officials and their crony friends, because they want to generate revenue for their own selfish personal purposes, like Mitch Landrieu and Errol Williams, breaking the law, we must take a stand, family. Shall never be surrendered. B. The power to tax may not be exercised by any court in the state, either by ordering the levy of a tax, an increase in an existing tax, or the repeal of an existing tax exemption, or by ordering the legislature or any municipal or parish government authority or any other public subdivision of government entity to do so. Section 2. Now look, family, I'm just going to point out, no, Section 1, that's key. Section 1 is key because Section 1 tells you right off the bat who have the power or where that power is vested, which group of people. Did you say anything about no goddamn tax assessor? Errol G. Williams, criminal. So it tells you, no, don't get too hasty, family. Don't get too hasty. Look. Don't get too hasty. But Section 1 tells you the power of taxation shall be vested in the legislator, okay? The legislator, that body in Baton Rouge, okay? Let's go to 2. Power to tax limitation. Power to tax limitation. Family, again, my mind works different. When I see the written word, I think outside the box and I look at the written word for what it is. Okay? Again, when it comes to law, for those of you who don't know, we ain't teaching law here. But when it comes on to law, anything that's written that affect the average person, that affect the masses, that affect people, that may or may not affect you, must be defined. Must be defined. So, if there's a limitation to tax, wonder what that limitation is. If there's a limitation, you know, you must ask. Look, law is positive. Again, we teach law, but law is positive, my friend. Brothers and sisters, law is positive. Let's read Section 2. The levy of a new tax, comma, an increase in an existing tax, comma, or a repeal of an existing tax exemption shall require the enactment of a law by 2/3 of the elected members of each house of the legislature. Okay? That's useful and vital information right there, family. That's useful and vital information. It make you think. It make you think, okay, so now we are putting this whole, what you want to call it, conspiracy, or this whole picture together. In 2014, when Byron Barons, who is the CEO of Civic Source, when he went to the legislative body and to the member of the legislature to alter that constitutional amendment that was on the ballot 2014. That's why they were so busy doing what criminals do to get that document on the floor, so it could get a vote of 2/3. Because what? It's written here in the Constitution. Section 2. Right? 2/3 of the elected members of each house of the legislature. Now, in actuality, it was a repeal. Let's say, well, repeal of an existing tax exemption shall require the enactment, the levy of a new tax, comma, an increase in an existing tax, comma, or a repeal. Okay, let's think about this, family. What they did in 2014. Here is this private company, for-profit company, this LLC, civicsource.com. They wanted to amend the Louisiana Constitution. This same article, Article 7, right? so that they can have the powers or the authority to assist the taxing authority to operate in a governmental function by which they could have the authority to sell people property or auction people property. This is an action that they have been doing way before they came to the legislative body in 2014 asking for that authority. We, the people in 2014, didn't give them that authority, and they're still doing it today. Follow me, family. They had us to go to the legislative body in Baton Rouge, which they did. They had us to get, a matter of fact, the author of that amendment that was on the ballot, I spoke with personally. And at first he was pretending like, he was lost to what I was saying, and he couldn't remember authoring that bill. But this part of it, a matter of fact, there's look, members of the legislature, there was members of the legislature who stated that this amendment only served one group of people, or it was called up for a vote just for the benefit of civic source. Period. We have legislative members. We have people in Baton Rouge, representatives in Baton Rouge, who made that statement. Now, the funny thing about it, family, even though that same person made that statement, they end up voting for this crap. But it was okay. Because even though it came up for a vote, and it was voted to be on the ballot, we the people had the final say, because we are the bosses. So section 2 of Article 7 outlines the procedure if they want to increase a tax or do something, right? Now, we talk about the limitation. Okay, we talk about, so it's talk about the limitation. New taxes, increase the taxes, repeal a tax, enactment by 2/3 of the election must take place. Let's skip 2.1 and let's go to section 2.2. Power to tax, sale and use tax. Limitation. Now, family, this is what I've been saying for some time now. It's we and them. When we put politicians or elected officials in office to work, we elect them to do things on our behalf. It's that simple, you know. It's that simple. It really is. And I care less who want to rebut that or talk about it's not that. It's that simple. When we put them to work on our behalf, we put them to work on the public side. On what side? On the public side. We put them to work on the public side, not on the private side. So just imagine you employing somebody to work for you inside your factory, your restaurant, your office, your whatever businesses. You're going to employ that person to work, to be your employee. And you're going to turn around and give that person a document to arm you, or give that person the authority to fire you. How stupid that shit is. So you the boss. They come to you asking you for a job. You give them a job. And you're gonna give them the power to take away your business? No, look. For a second, family. For a second. Follow me. Do what I do for a second. Use what God give you for a second. Let's use common sense. I know you have your degree and I know you're thinking inside the box. I know it's difficult for you to think outside the box, but just try. You may like it. You may like it. Thinking outside the box. Not thinking in the way that they want you to think. Being all program and shit. You may like it. You hire somebody. It's no different. It's no, as it relates to the employer-employee relationship, is the same thing with government or these politicians. It's the same principle. They came to you. They say, look, I want to be judge. I want to be mayor. I want to be city council member. I want to be XYZ. They come out there with all the fanfare. They come out and tell you about the credential. They come out and tell you how the sky is blue and how the sea is. They tell you, look, I am the best person for this job. If you put me inside and don't put this guy. Put me inside and don't put this girl. And I'll do the best job. Because I'm here with you. Right here. I'm seeing you, I'm feeling you. Put me on the job. And you say, okay. It's the same principle. You hire somebody out there to do your business. To work for you. You're not going to hire that person. And give that person a document. So that person can, authority. So that person can come kick you out of your office. Take over your office. And start to run your business. Unless you're on crack cocaine. You must be on crack cocaine. Or maybe something stronger, I don't know. To do that. It's the same concept. Why would you elect public official to take care of your affairs and at the same time turn around and give them authority so they can come and take away the place you call your home? Why would you do that? Yeah, it's stupid. Section 2.2, the power to tax sales. You guys catch that? SALES. And use tax. Sales and use tax. Let's skip real quick and go down to, I want to prove a point. Let's go to section 2.3. Power to tax limitation. Power to tax limitation. Sales or transfer of immovable property. Sales or transfer of immovable property. What if anybody out there using the common sense yet? See what I'm driving at. Section 2.3, the power to tax limitation. Sales or transfer of immovable property. Section 2.2, power to tax sales and use tax. Section 3, collection of taxes. Section 4. Okay. What am I getting at, family? Let's read section 2.3. No new tax or fee upon the sale of or transfer of immovable property, including documentary fee or any other tax or fee, shall be levied by the state of Louisiana by a political subdivision whose boundary are now family. What I'm getting at is everything that deals with tax, are the only thing that the taxing authority can tax is things that's in commerce, is things that's on the public side. Nowhere in Article 7 will you see the taxing authority with any authority or power to tax you individually or to tax your private property. None, they can't. Again, why we're talking about common sense here, family? Look, that's all we know, you know. Common sense. Critical thinking. The sense that our God give us. Why would you hire somebody to do a job, then give them the authority to take away from you what is rightfully yours? Why would you hire somebody, then give them the power that you're supposed to have? Why would you do that? When we give the taxing authority power, this is how we do when we did that. We say, okay, look, Mr. Mayor, you crooked bastard. No, we never call him a crook first. When we give him the job as the mayor, we recognize that he was a criminal. He was actually running a criminal enterprise. When we give Errol G. Williams the job as a tax assessor, we never know initially that he was a criminal. We take him that he was good at art with good intent and purposes, willing to serve our purposes. We never know that there was a criminal. We were hiring a criminal bastard in Errol G. Williams. We never know that he would, after we give him the job and he signed that contract, that he would then turn around and totally disregard the contract that he signed with we the people. We never know that. The authority that we give to these criminals is on the public side. We say, look, we know that you're going to have people coming into this territory. Big business, big industrial business, big companies. You're going to have all them Walmart and them FedEx and them big companies coming here to do business. Right? We want to ensure that that is where your taxing stream come from. That's who you can tax. That's where your revenue stream come from. There are certain people here who conduct business. Right? There are certain, like, the utility companies. The utility companies come in and they say, okay, we want to establish a water board or a water commission, or we want to deliver water to the general population. We say, okay, you can regulate them. And in regulating them so that we have good drinking water, you can put a tax. You can tax them for that too. You can tax them. And you know something? We will go ahead and we will pay, we will contribute to that tax on that side of the street. It's on the commercial side. There must be some commercial activity going on. Sales. Somebody must be selling something out there. We say, okay, all right, look. You know, them guys gonna be out there, them guys gonna, you know, every now and then, them guys show a party and they buy the, you know, they buy the alcohol. Put a tax on that. You know, they drive the automobile. Put a tax on that. They smoke the cigarette. Put a tax on that. You know, put a tax on that. We tell you where your revenue stream come from. That's where it come from. Over there, sir. How the hell did you cross and come back on the private side to the point where you're now taxing us taxing the roof over our head that we work so hard for and provide for, that we pay a mortgage for the past 30 years on, to the point where you are now taking that property from us without our consent? Where the hell did you get that authority from to do that, Mr. Errol G. Williams? Where did that authority come from for you to tax us, and then to the point where you're charging us a avalarium tax? Family, let's scroll down real quick. Motor vehicle tax. Motor vehicle. Let's scroll down real quick to what we're going to get to. Now, I'm just going to touch on this real quick because the clock is against us. But if you scroll all the way down to section, what is that? I think section 18. Section 18. Another day, we're going to come and look, again, this is what we do. This is what we do. We inform each other. And your brother, I know that you guys out there on the grind and the hustle and bustle, putting in 8, 10, 12 hours a day. And when you hit the house, you're so tired, you just want to hit the bed. Or you just want to make love to your wife or your husband and hit the bed. Or eat some food, take care of the kids and hit the bed. So, I don't mind making this much easier for you. But we're going to come back on another show. And we're going to show you, and we're going to go through title 18. I mean section 18. That deals with avalarium taxes. Okay? Avalarium taxes. That's the same avalarium that this crooked bastard Errol G. Williams have on that bill what him send out to you every single year. We're going to show you how that avalarium tax bill him can use it and kill mass with that avalarium tax bill. Brothers and sisters, as usual, you know, this 2 hours is just so short, and the shortest 2 hours ever. But look, we do what we have to do, and we're on the job. This is your brother Anthony Brown saying, peace, much love.
This made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should understand. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a